How do you talk about God with someone who says that they are God? Hi, Alex McFarland here. I just had the privilege of speaking at the Child Evangelism Fellowship National Conference. It was held at Ridgecrest in western North Carolina. CEF is great. They've been around about 80-something years, and they only have a national gathering about once every 3 or 4 years. And Erwin Lutzer was there, and Dr. Crawford Loritz of Campus Crusade, both of whom we've worked with. And so I was brought in, I was asked to talk about youth and worldview. And my book, The 21 Toughest Questions Your Kids Will Ask About God, which I give God the glory. We did a video series, 7 hours of content with a leader's guide. This one, Video Curriculum of the Year at the International Christian Visual Media Awards in Cincinnati. All these things are online, by the way. But during the Q&A with the grown-ups, one lady, she's a public school teacher, she said, I'm leading a Christian club for youth. And she said, I've got a first grader, and he says that he is God. How do I talk to a child about God when the child says he is God? And listen, I've had grown-ups and college students, usually males, who said that they are God. But a first grader, that's interesting. And I said, tell me about his home life. And she said, well, he doesn't live with his parents and he's been passed around. So, I'm not being funny or flippant at all. Every now and then you will meet a person who says that they are God. And usually they're not really serious, but I was talking to the lady and she said this first grade boy says he is God. Now, on the one hand, there's the intellectual response, but really even perhaps more important is the emotional response. So I said, ask him if he has a birthday. And she said, okay. And I said, tell me about when you were born and how old you are. Because by definition, God is eternal. So if you've got a birthday, you're not God. I mean, if there was a time you began to exist, and prior to that you didn't exist, then just by definition, you're not God because you're not eternal. But I said, here's maybe the more effective thing. Ask the child, say, what would the ultimate best friend be like? How about if there was somebody that always wanted to be with you, somebody that always cared about you for you, and always wanted the best for you? And no matter what you did or when you're together, it was good. The ultimate best friend. Do you know that's who the Lord really is? God always can be with you. God always has your best interest at heart. And God doesn't love you for what you can give Him. God just loves you for you. In fact, the word for that is unconditional love. Wouldn't you love that, to have that ultimate best friend? And I said, talk to this first grader, because if he's not got a relationship with his father, if he really doesn't feel the security of unconditional love, maybe he wants God and he thinks he himself is God, but what he wants is not just himself, because, the world gets to be pretty lonely. But that ultimate best friend, not only can a first grader have it, my friend, you can have it. It's the true God, the living God, the Lord Jesus, and He's as close by as a prayer. Well, at any rate, folks, people need God. People are hungry for God. As Augustine said, the heart is restless till it rests in Thee. Folks, the world is hungry for love and hungry for God. And those of us who have found Jesus, we can help others find Him as well. Share this. May God bless you as you stand for truth and as you represent God to a world who really, that's what people are truly searching for. Thanks for watching.